Yo, what's up everybody? Jumpin' here, and today I am extremely proud to present the Noob's Guide for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Now, if you're not familiar with the Noob's Guide, this is going to be a walkthrough, a 100% walkthrough, meant for new players. I'm going to be trying to do every boss, I'm going to be trying to grab every item, and clear every area. I'm going to be sharing strategies and tips that will actually help you beat all these things, because this game does have a reputation for being extremely difficult, and it can be at times. But if you do follow a lot of my strategies, it should make it a lot easier on you. I'm going to try to keep this as spoiler free as possible. If there's a moment in the game where I feel like you should experience it for yourself, I will call that out and give you a spoiler warning. And you might want to go ahead and stop watching the video at that point, catch up to where I'm at, and then actually experience that moment for yourself. I'm also going to be skipping all the dialogue, and also I'm going to be skipping all the cutscenes. I actually do have the subtitles turned off, and I have the dialogue turned off, so you're not even going to be able to hear what anyone is saying. So if you want to experience the story for yourself, you can follow this guide and just really follow it for the tips and the strategies and the combat techniques, and not actually spoil anything in terms of the story. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off in a tutorial area where I can go over a lot of the basics, and it should be a lot of fun. Alrighty guys, well, to start the game off, there's going to be a note here. You can go ahead and pick that up and read it. It's just really a note. When you start the game, you're going to have no health, no weapon, nothing. And the beginning part here is really meant to just teach you the real basics of the game, like how to jump. You jump with X. Anytime there is a wall, you can do a wall jump by just pressing X twice near the wall, and you can jump up. Now right here, once we approach this wall, it's going to teach us how to do the wall hug, which you can actually utilize this for getting to different sections like this on a cliff, or you can actually utilize this to help you with stealth. You can actually hide behind walls and stuff. Right here, this is going to teach you about stealth, which you just click in L3 to crouch, which is kind of like a lot of other games. And we're just going to go ahead and crouch through the grass. Anytime there's grass, you can hide in it, and enemies will not see you. There are going to be a couple guys over there. Now, for the most part, if you do get caught here, that's completely fine. But if you don't want to get caught, try to stay to the left and then go underneath this house. Now, right here, this is going to be your first opportunity to do an eavesdrop, which anytime you see that little symbol like you did earlier, if you can get to the right angle, you can go ahead and press down on the D-pad and eavesdrop on enemies and kind of learn some information from them. A lot of times there will be tips in the eavesdrop, so that is something I would definitely recommend taking advantage of. At this point, we can go ahead and just get up. Now, you cannot sprint at the beginning here. You will be able to sprint later. That was one of the things that bothered me at first, is that there's like no sprinting. I thought that the game wasn't going to have a sprint option. Now, right here, the game's going to teach you about how you can just go to a ledge and press square to hang off of it. But another thing you can do anytime you see a ledge like that, you can actually jump towards the ledge and then hold square, and you will grab the ledge. So if you do that, that is another easy way to actually jump over some type of obstacle. Now right here, we're going to jump from the left side, and we can do the same thing here. We're going to jump up, hold square. Anytime that you do that, you will grab the ledge. And now we can climb up. Now you have an option just to press X to climb, but sometimes that might fail you. You might actually fall off and die to gravity. So you can always just press X, and that will just climb you up. Right here, we're just going to go ahead and jump up here. And then finally, we're going to jump and grab the ledge. And right here, we're going to get a cutscene. We're going to make it to the boy. So let's go and talk to him. Alrighty, well now we have a weapon. So we can actually go ahead and do some combat. We got the katana. And we need to talk to the boy real quick. And he's going to tell us some stuff. But the main thing is he's going to give us our healing item, which is the healing gourd. And then he's going to tell us about what we need to do. So I'm just skipping all of his dialogue right now. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hit options, and it's going to give us a little bit of a tutorial. But we want to go ahead and equip the items that we have into the quick items slot. So definitely put your healing item there. And also, I would recommend putting the idol on there for now. The idol is going to allow you to teleport back anytime that you use it. In fact, I wonder, I guess you could maybe use it right now, can you? You can actually. That's interesting, because that would be a way to get your health back in the beginning. I never even thought of that before. I might actually try that real quick. Let's try that and see if we can get our health back by actually using this. Alrighty, so that actually worked. Not only do you get all your health back for doing that, but you also get your healing item back, which will actually make doing this first part a lot easier, because if you go out there with half health and no healing item, the chance of you dying is really high. Now, this first guy that we see here, we're going to do a stealth kill on him. In fact, the game wants us to. Now, you have two options. You can always sneak up behind a guy by crouching, or you can just run up to him and get him. Sometimes running up to him is better, and sometimes sneaking up to him is better. But for this first guy, we're just going to literally run up to him, go up behind him, and when it flashes red, we're just going to go ahead and hit R1, and that will stealth kill him. Now over here, I'm going to quickly show you some things. You have your basic R1 spam. You can just attack, attack, and attack, and attack. It's pretty much endless, so that is something that we're going to utilize a lot. You can jump and attack as well. And if you hold down the attack button, R1, you will do a thrusting attack. Okay, so this guy's coming after us now. So, for these guys, we're literally just going to spam attacks at them. That's all we need to do to take them out. Now, there's two different health bars. You have the vitality bar, which if you drain that, the enemy will just die. And they have a posture bar, which is going to be the orange bar that you're going to see. If you build that up to be full, then you can do a death blow, which will instantly kill the enemy. And while you're doing a death blow, you are invincible, so you don't have to worry about getting hit from other enemies or anything like that. Now, the other most important thing with this game is actually your block button, which is going to be L1. Now, you can actually do what's called a deflect, which is kind of like a parry from Dark Souls. And you do that by pressing it right as the attack is going to hit you. So you just go ahead and block at that correct timing. But there is a strategy that we can utilize, and we're going to be utilizing it a lot, and that is called the Tea Bag of Doom, which is we are literally just going to spam the button whenever an attack is incoming. If you actually just spam the button, for the most part, you will get a lot of easy deflects that way, but also if you do miss the timing, because it will happen, you will just end up blocking the attack and actually not taking any damage. So it is a very, very useful strategy, and we're going to be using it a lot here. And finally, the other option is to dodge, which if you have played the Dark Souls games, this is something that you really, really have to be careful about, because your instinct is to dodge. You do not want to actually dodge against most attacks in the game. There are several attacks that you are meant to dodge and you need to dodge, but for the most part, most of the game is going to be what I call ruthless aggression. You're going to run up and attack like crazy, and anytime they're going to attack you, you're going to teabag of doom them. So that is going to be our basic strategy that we're going to utilize. Now, the first guy that we're going to see down here, which we already dealt with two of them, but this guy is going to block us and also deflect us. So what we need to do is go ahead and deflect him. We're going to utilize the Teabag of Doom here. So whenever he deflects us, he's going to counterattack us. Once he does that, I'm going to do the Teabag of Doom, and then I will actually parry him. And whenever I do that, his posture meter will fill up. It's not a guarantee that every time you get a deflect, you're going to get a death blow. But because whenever you get a deflect, the posture meter will go up so high, that's why you're going to be able to get a death blow from that. Now right here, I'm going to run forward just a little bit to get this guy to come after me. Now with this guy, once again, we can just go ahead and spam. Really, the guys that have armor are the ones that we have to worry about them blocking us and deflecting us, and we're going to need to deflect them. There is a guy up here. We do not need to fight this guy at all, but we're going to fight him just because. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Teabag of Doom, and he is dead. Now, we're actually going to utilize a little bit of stealth here. Now, this is something you don't have to do. For the most part, these enemies are very easy to deal with. But if we actually jump up here... Oh, I do not want him to see me, which I messed up. Okay, well, I messed it up. It's fine, though. Let me go ahead and deflect him. Because he was attacking there, I went ahead and I just did the Teabag of Doom against him. Now, if we were able to actually properly do the stealth there, what we would have done is just go ahead and stealth kill that guy, and then what we could have done is we actually could have stealth killed one of these guys. But I messed that up completely, primarily because I'm talking and wasting time, where you really do want to be quick and rush. If you actually do jump up here, you have the option to actually come down here, and you do have an option of doing a jumping death blow where you lock onto the target and you jump towards them, and then you can death blow them. That's one of the coolest moves in the entire game, in my opinion, but that is a move that will get you caught a lot. So the better strategy is to literally just hop down, and then we could have just snuck up behind him, death blowed him, jumped back up on the ledge, and then we could have seen the other two guys that attacked me there, and then we could have went ahead and did a jumping death blow against the guy who actually has the armor, since he's the one that's a little bit more difficult than the guy that we can literally just spam. Now coming up here, this is going to be our first mini boss of the game. Now for all the stronger enemies of the game, you really have to be careful about attacking, because your instinct is to just R1 spam a lot. You do not want to actually R1 spam against certain enemies like this guy we're about to fight, because he's going to have hyper armor on his attack. So whenever he's going for an attack, we will not be able to stun him out of it. So we're going to need a teabag of doom him whenever he attacks us. Now to make this fight really easy, all we really have to do is just do a 1, 2, and then teabag of doom, and then 1, 2, teabag of doom. That's really all we have to do. But for other enemies, it's going to be a little bit different. Sometimes they might attack twice in a row or even 3 times in a row. So we need to kind of learn about what enemies will attack and how they attack. But for the most part, you just kind of need to be careful about spamming your attacks. You want to watch your enemy. And if you see them going for an attack, you generally want to go ahead and teabag of doom them. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this against this guy. Remember, we're going to do 1, 2, teabag of doom, and then 1, 2, teabag of doom. 1, 2, and he is now set up for death blow, but he actually has 2 bars of health. So now we're going to have to do the same thing. 1, 2, teabag of doom. 1, 2, teabag of doom. 1, 2, and he is done. So this guy is really easy. Like I said, other guys, these mini boss guys that we're going to fight, they won't be as easy because we might actually have to teabag of doom multiple times, but that is something to keep in mind. Alright, so right here, we're just going to go ahead and walk on this, jump up here, we can grab the ledge. Now we actually have 2 options here. There is an item over there that I want to grab, but you can actually drop down here and just go ahead and hug the wall. And if you come over this way, you can just make it over to this door, no problem. I'm going to quickly show this, just in case you want to go ahead and utilize this. You can actually do a running jump in this game, so if you sprint, and you sprint by holding circle, but if you run and then jump off the ledge, you can actually grab onto that ledge there and make it right to that door. If not, you can just go ahead and just hop down here, and then literally just walk on over here and get down to that ledge. But we do want to go get that item real quick, just because we're trying to get every item in the game. It's not an important item though, so if you don't want to get it, don't bother. But I'm going to make my way over here. There's also an eavesdrop that we can get over here as well, so we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and jump up. We're going to jump up here, and we're going to grab the ledge. And as you can see, there's an eavesdrop. We can listen to these guys and see what they have to say. Whoa! Me skipping the dialogue almost got me killed there, so I'm really glad that I grabbed the ledge. Now, one thing that we can do is, whenever an enemy is unaware, we can actually just run directly at him, and if we hold the R1 button, we're going to do the thrusting attack. Now, one thing about the thrusting attack is that this attack is actually unblockable. It can be deflected, and the enemies can deflect it, but for the most part, it will be an unblockable attack. And it does more damage. So whenever an enemy is unaware of us, we can go ahead and do that and just do some more damage to them. Now right here is the same deal. We can go ahead and hang off the ledge to grab that. Or we could just jump forward and grab it like that. And now we can go ahead and hop down here. And I'm going to actually equip these. And now we can actually call the kid. Now this is going to be an actual boss battle here. Now here's the deal. You do not actually need to defeat this guy. In fact, you're probably better off just letting him kill you as quickly as possible. You can get some practice in for fighting harder enemies or even bosses by actually trying to fight him and giving him your best shot. But he will probably destroy you. That is the reality of it. It's really meant for you to die on this part. You can defeat him, but the outcome will remain the same, so it won't really change anything, and you don't get anything for actually defeating the guy. Besides, the cutscene is slightly different, that's it. Now, when I actually fight this guy, I'm going to go ahead and try a little bit to defeat him. I'm not really going to go all out to actually beat him. I have beaten him before at this stage of the game, so it is possible, but it is extremely difficult, and it just takes a long time to do. So, that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go to the door, we're going to call the kid, and then we're going to fight this guy. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and do this. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is the pellet, which is something I've been picking up. This is another healing option. This is going to give you health regeneration. It's a lot less, of course, than the healing gourd, so just keep that in mind. Now, one thing about this fight is that this guy's going to have sweeping attacks. And like I said, don't feel bad if he kills you. It's really meant for you to die on this part. But whenever he goes for a sweeping attack, I'm going to call it out, that's when we're going to need to jump to actually avoid the sweep. And if we actually press the X button twice while midair, we'll knee him in the face, which is going to do good posture damage to this guy. And the other thing about this guy is that you really need to stay up on him the entire time, attacking him, and whenever he attacks us, we're going to teabag of doom him. He has one attack that's really annoying to deal with, because the teabag of doom doesn't always work against it, because it's just the way it is. And honestly, that's the only attack I'm actually worried about. So, let's go. Here's the attack right here. So, he's going to do a thrusting attack. See, right there, I deflected it, but like I said, oh, he hit me. But, like I said, here is the sweeping attack. Whenever he runs to the side there is when we need to jump, and we need to go ahead and do the knee to his face. And like I said, just attack him. Oh, man. Got lucky right there, but, you know, the biggest problem with his thrusting attacks is that we don't actually have the proper counter for it right now. Later on, we will have the proper counter, which will make a fight with this guy really easy. But he's going for the sweeping attack now. That's actually our best way to defeat him, is whenever he spams that. That's really good for us. Up. Right here, if he goes like all out, just dodge backwards a little bit, because he will actually break your posture. That's one of the problems in the game, is that you have to be careful with the teabag of doom, because sometimes your own posture will break. So right there, I got the deflect. And that's stage 1 of the fight. Now, he's going to mix up his moves here slightly, so I have to watch out for that. But in reality, I actually think it's easier, because, see, like, when he does that attack, instead of doing the thrusting attack now, he does a sweeping attack, which we can counter, which makes this part of the fight, honestly, easier than the first part of the fight. Alright, let's back up from that, because we don't really want to deal with that. Oh, watch out for the bow. He will actually bring out the bow on this part, which you can block bows and guns and things like that. Go ahead and do that. Alright, let me just keep attacking him. Sweeping attack. As you can see, this isn't so bad. But remember, like, you are kind of meant to lose this fight. If you're a brand new player, this is a fight that I would say that you don't feel too bad about. Alright, let me go ahead and try to get some attacks in. He's going for the sweeping attack, and he's done. There we go. Didn't even need to heal against him. Alrighty, well, we just got the Shinobi Prosthetic, which is a very important thing in the game, because throughout the game we're going to get different powers and things like that, and we're going to be able to use them because of the prosthetic. And also, we can use the grappling hook now, and that is a really cool and fun way of getting around, which we're about to actually utilize that in a moment. But let's go in and talk to this guy. I'm going to skip the dialogue, but the main thing he's going to tell us is that if we find any Shinobi tools, we can go ahead and bring them to him, and he will put them on the prosthetic, and that's how we get our powers, pretty much. Now, right here, this is Emma. I don't know why she's here. She's not really supposed to be here until you actually rest at the idol. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that I beat that guy. I'm not exactly sure, but she shouldn't actually not be here. But if you do rest at the idol over there, which is kind of like a bonfire from Dark Souls, then she will appear. But if you talk to her, she's going to tell you about your healing and your healing gourd, and that if you can find some gourd seeds, then she can actually go ahead and upgrade the gourd for you, which will allow you to have more of them, which in the end we can have 10 gourd, and that's pretty much it. So there's going to be 9 different seeds throughout the game that we can find. Right there, I just picked up a light coin purse. Now that is actually kind of important, because what that's going to allow us to do is actually store money. Now, when you're defeating enemies, you're going to get money. And money is pretty important in this game, primarily for upgrading things like your prosthetic tools. So, getting the purses will allow you to hold on to the money even if you die. Whenever you die in this game, it is kind of punishing. This is telling us about the grappling hook. But whenever you die, you will lose half your money that you have on you, and you will lose half of the experience towards your next level. Now, if you already have a level, let's say you have 1 level built up, you won't lose that, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you're working on getting the 2nd level, then you will lose half of your experience that you were building up. Now, there is a thing in the game, it's called Unseen Aid. You can see it at the bottom of the screen there. And right now, it's currently at 30%. So whenever I die, there is a 30% chance of that kicking in. And if that does kick in, I won't lose any money. I won't lose any experience. But the more we die, the lower that number or percentage is going to go. So I really don't like the system. I think that it's kind of harsh because it makes you really not want to die. Right here, this is going to be our first sculptor's idol that we're going to actually go to. And like I said, you have the option to rest, you have the option to travel, and you can see on the screen you're going to have prayer beads and memory. And what that means is that the memory, if we have one of those, we will get those from defeating bosses. That will increase our attack power, and the prayer beads will actually increase our vitality. And then the other thing you see there, the little like paper spirit thing, that is actually going to be our spirit emblems, which we're going to use for our prosthetic tools that we're going to get a little bit later on. So let's go ahead and rest here just because I want to reset the area. Now for this first area, we're going to stealth kill pretty much everybody. So the first enemy we're going to go after is going to be over here. Run up behind him, stealth kill him. Now he's going to drop some gold, maybe an item. If you want to pick that up, you just have to hold the square button. It's always a good idea to hold the square button after every kill, or if there's a group of enemies after every couple kills. Now right here we can run up behind this guy and go ahead and get a stealth kill on him, grab his items, and we can pick this up. This is an item over there. Now right here what we're going to do is we're going to actually use our grappling hook, which you can see the little indicator there, and of course you want to press L2, and we're going to jump up onto this roof right here. Now we can go ahead and hop on this one, and there's going to be some enemies down here. Now you have the option to do the death blow. Be careful with that though, because if you do the death blow, the jumping one, you will alert the other enemies, at least this guy over here. I'll show that in a moment, but if you do not do the death blow like I did right there, they will not be alerted. Now we can just run directly up to this guy. Remember, you can always sneak up behind enemies, but sometimes it's a good idea to sneak, and sometimes it's a good idea to just rush. Whenever it's just one guy like that, rushing tends to be the better way of doing it. If there's multiple guys though, you might want to sneak because you don't want to alert the other enemies. So right here, I'm going to do a jumping death blow. Now there's 2 guys here. I can literally just hop down and stealth kill both of them by going up behind them. But if I do the jumping death blow, the guy over there is going to be alerted to it. So I just want to show this so that you understand why sometimes doing the death blow, the jumping one, is not a good idea. But yeah, I mean, it's a shame just because I love the animation. I think it's so cool. Now, one thing is, if you kind of understand where the different grappling spots are, you can just kind of spam the L2 button and just grapple around like I just did. But the main purpose here is we want to get up here because there's going to be a guy down there, and now there's just one guy down there, so we're just going to literally just do the jumping death blow on him. It's not a problem. There's no other enemies in the area. There's going to be a couple items over here, and I did grab a couple items a moment ago. I don't know if I brought that up, but now what we're going to do is just go ahead and grapple up here and pretty much just run on over here. Let's go ahead and grapple to the top here. There's going to be some dogs in that area, so we're going to try to avoid them for now. Dogs are honestly not that bad to deal with in this game. There is a giant cock, a black cock actually, over here. Now, be a little bit careful when you're dealing with him because a lot of times he will fly directly at you. So, just swing away. They're really easy to kill. Now, let's go ahead and hop down here and grab the idol. If you have taken damage or if you used your healing item for some reason, go ahead and rest. If not, don't bother. We can do a jumping death blow against this dog. Now, this other dog isn't completely aware of our location, but we're going to actually teabag doom him. So, I mean, that's something you can do against these guys. Whenever they come at you, just do the teabag of doom, and you will deflect them, and you will instantly kill them. So, dogs are really not that bad. Even if there's multiple dogs coming at you, they normally will come at you one at a time, or even if they come at you two at a time, you will still generally get the deflection, and you'll be good. Now, we need to hop up here using the grappling hook, and this is going to be our first shinobi tool that we're going to find. If you want to go back and actually talk to the guy and equip it, you can. I'm not going to bother with that right now. In fact, I really don't recommend that. We need to hop up here. If you have to, you might have to go ahead and hold square to grab the ledge, but I made it up there. Now, there is going to be our first mini-boss of the actual game. Now, this guy is going to be a little bit different from the other guy because he will attack us multiple times after he deflects us. Now, for the most part, we're going to want to attack him until he will deflect us. Then we're going to deflect him until he stops attacking. Once he stops attacking, then we're going to go ahead and attack him again. And we're going to repeat that until he dies. Now, the thing is that if he breaks your posture, which he might, he's going to go for a grab on you. You're going to want to try to dodge out of the way of that by sidestepping to the left or to the right. I say go to the left. Or I think you could just attack him. If you attack him, it should knock him out of it. He also will have a sweeping attack, which, as you can see, if they do a sweeping attack, if you can actually properly counter that, you will actually mess them up big time. But you can also go ahead and attack him, and that will knock him out of the sweeping attack. So, let's go ahead and get the stealth kill on him. It's pretty easy to get up behind him if you follow my path. Now, like I said, attack him until he deflects us. Basically, until he stops attacking. Alright, so I'm just going to attack. Now, he's backing up. If he backs up like that, he's trying to just do that. So, he might break my posture. Woo! Dodge that. That was the sweeping attack. If I would have countered that with the jump, he would have been done at that point. But it doesn't really matter. As you can see, that's really the way that you want to deal with him. Is just attack until he deflects us. Or until he backsteps or whatever. If he attacks us, teabag of doom. And just repeat that. Alright, let's grab this item over here. Now, he did give us a prayer bead and a gourd seed. So we could go back and upgrade our gourd. That's something I would maybe recommend. But I'm not going to bother with that right now because I haven't taken any damage. Especially if you took a lot of damage from that fight, definitely go back and rest. Or just go back and turn in that gourd seed. Now over here, there's going to be a bunch of enemies. The moment we go over there, the enemies are going to start moving. So we need to be quick. We need to be ready for this. Because there's going to be a path that I'm going to take. If you take this path, this whole part's going to be extremely easy. But there are a lot of enemies over here. So the first guy, we're going to go behind him. Stab him in the back. Grapple over to this roof over here. Come up behind this guy. Stab him in the back. Then we're going to walk over here. Lock onto this guy down here. Do a jump attack on him. Now, there's a wall here. We're going to hop up the wall. Grab it. And now, we have a lot of guys who kind of see us. Now, anytime we actually get spotted, which the music is telling me I got spotted, we can literally just run away. And if we run away, then we should be good. And hide. And they will de-aggro. Right now, they're de-aggroing. But you want to make your way up to this spot, okay? And what we're going to do here is we're going to grapple onto this little branch, lock onto this guy, and we're going to go ahead and stab him now. Now, once he's done, we're going to hop down here, and you're going to want to crouch. Oh, a guy's seen me. But you want to get this big guy for sure, because this big guy is a problem. You definitely want to stealth kill him. Let's go ahead and just hop up. I don't want to alert all the enemies to my presence, but just kind of like scouting the area out. I know one guy knows I'm here. I think he's below me somewhere. Okay, let's make our way over this way. Ooh, I did not mean to fall down right there. But let's just chill right here. Alright. Hide in the grass for now. These guys are also separate. Yeah, we should be good. We're going to sneak up against this guy. In a way, I wish I could actually fight him. Because these guys, the ones that actually have like that hay on them, straw, whatever you want to call that, they are like the master blockers slash deflector enemies. They will deflect everything you throw at them. They will block almost everything you throw at them. It's a real pain, I'll be honest. But there's an easy way to deal with those guys. If you actually just do your holding down R1 thrust attack, that will absolutely destroy them. Alright, so right now we're just kind of chilling. If you take your time, your little sweet time, you'll be surprised on how much stealth kills you can get. It makes parts a lot easier. Oh my god, I messed that up. But it doesn't matter. These guys don't know that I'm here. Now at this point, I'm going to run up behind this guy. Now this will alert the other guy. He's so close to me. But as you can see, almost every enemy was killed with a stealth kill. The whole area was extremely easy. And I've had times where I haven't been caught at all doing this part. So honestly, I think that one of my problems with this is that if I was being a lot quicker and not talking about what I'm doing, then it would be smoother and better. But it's fine because in the end, as you can see, it works out pretty well. So we need to grab these items. There's one underneath the house. There's one up here. And there's going to be another one that's going to be up here that if we jump off the side, we can grapple to and grab that. That is important because that is a coin purse. We definitely want that. Now at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to run over here. There's going to be a broken down house. We're going to go ahead and grapple to it, talk to the old lady, and she is going to give us an item. It's going to be a bell. And we definitely want that because that's going to open up a new area for us. Now, to be honest, you don't actually have to deal with these chickens over here, but I'm going to go ahead and do a jumping death blow on one. And then with this one, I'm just going to teabag a doom him, honestly, and then attack him. I wouldn't recommend attacking him right away because the chance of him hitting you is pretty high. If you teabag him, then you will deflect him or at least block him, and that will allow you to not really take any damage. Alright, so right there, that was kind of a hidden little thing. Break that, grab all these items underneath the house. Now, her son is right here. We can talk to him. I'm not going to, but he's just going to tell you to talk to the woman. We can rush this guy. Definitely want to rush him and not sneak up on him. Now, let's go ahead and grapple here, grapple there, and we need to grapple up to this top part. Now, this is going to be a merchant that we can talk to. So we're going to talk to him. Now the first thing we're going to do is actually sell items. We need to get 500 gold. So right now we have 220. So we're going to sell 3 of these. And then we will go ahead and buy an item. We're going to buy the firecrackers. This is pretty much the best prosthetic tool in the entire game. I think that almost everyone will agree with that who has played the game because it is just amazing. Now we're going to go ahead and hop down here. And then we're going to hop down again. Might take a little bit of damage, but we did not. Let's pick up this item. This is actually important. This is another really good item in the game. Whenever we use these, it's going to make us partially invisible, which will allow us to sneak really easily. Now we can go ahead and jump over here, and then jump up here. Grapple to this branch. And right here, this is going to be a grapple, but it's going to just propel us forward. Now, we don't need to sneak, but we can just walk up behind this guy with the cannon, take him out, pick up his items. We're going to get some black gunpowder. That is an upgrade material for the prosthetic tools. If we jump down here at the bottom of the steps, we can get an item. And now what we're going to do is we're going to jump back up, grab on. And what we need to do here is lock onto this guy down here. And we're going to do the jumping death blow on him. And that will take him out. The other enemies will not know that we did that. Now here, we're going to do the whole rush strategy. And I kind of messed up because I hesitated. But we were still able to get the one guy. Alright. So I'm gonna attack him and then teabag doom him. Okay, he did not actually hit me. Alright, teabag. Wow, this guy is really bad. He does not know how to aim his sword at all, apparently. Alright, so across from us, we can actually grapple to this branch and just kind of jump over and then jump down to this platform here. We can pick this up and pick that up. And once again, this is going to be another grapple, but this is just going to propel us forward. And we can pick up this item. Now, if you actually look over here, this is kind of interesting. It's some snake skin. But that is a very large snake. Now, I would recommend grappling up here. Now, you have two options here. You can make this jump. If you do the running sprint jump, you should be able to make that, no problem. But honestly, I think that takes too long, where it's just easier to grapple to this over here. So we're going to jump off here, grapple to that, grapple up to the top here, and now we can actually just grapple and grapple. And there's going to be a rooster. We don't really have to deal with this guy or take him out, but screw it, let's do it. Alright, so now he's done. Let's hop down here. There's going to be a guy down here. Now, this guy is a little bit important in my opinion, because he is going to actually sell us stuff later on. So right now, we need to actually buy some information from him. And you're going to need to have the money for that. Which, if you've been following what I've been doing, you should have the money for it, no problem. And at this point, we could also buy some additional information, but we're not going to. There's no point right now. And he's going to continue to talk to us. Now over here, there's going to be this thing you can interact with. I'm not going to, but you can do that. It's going to be a little bit of lore or story. Now let's hop up here just to actually eavesdrop on these two guys. Now what they're going to say, for the most part here, is they're going to talk about this enemy that's directly in front of us. You can actually see him. Now this is a tough enemy. He is a WWE superstar, and he will absolutely destroy you. He is the first real roadblock of the game. If you get lucky, you can probably take him out, no problem. But if you're a brand new player, that guy will be the end of you. He is really tough. But we can make this fight extremely easy if we actually get some fire. And that's what those guys were giving us the hint for. So what I'm going to do actually right now, just for fun, I'm going to go ahead and just take them out. Because every time we kill enemies, by the way, if you haven't noticed, we are getting experience at the top right there. And we are getting money. And we're getting items and stuff. So we're going to pick this up. Hopefully that big bastard did not actually see me. I hope he didn't. If he did, it's not really a problem. But at this point, we're now going to hop up here, grab the ledge, do the double jump, and then grab the ledge. And now we can go ahead and use the idol. And this will unlock this idol. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to travel back to the first place, the temple. And we're going to do some stuff there. But the whole point of this is to make the ogre fight easy. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I could show you different strategies to fight him right now and defeat him. But the point of this guide is to try to make everything as easy as possible for any of the new players who are watching this. So we're going to actually go back to the temple now. Alrighty, so I'm back at the temple. The first thing I'm going to do is actually talk to Emma here, because I'm going to turn in my item. You know, one thing I actually forgot to talk about. She is talking like crazy. Okay, give her the seed. There we go. We're done with that now. That's the only problem with not having subtitles or dialogue, is I don't know when she's not talking. Okay. One thing I did forget to talk about is there is a guy over here that you can use to practice against. So it is something I would recommend taking some time to practice, but it's really, that's the whole point. There's no reason for me to do it for the video, just because I'm kind of teaching you as I go along. But also, like I said, like, it's just a waste of time, honestly. But if you want to take the time to practice some moves and stuff, you can practice moves against that guy as much as you want. Now we're going to go over here and talk to him again, and we're going to actually first get this text. This is going to now allow us to spend the points. Pretty much that's the whole level up system. And there's going to be more of that later on, but for now that's going to be the only thing we're going to have. It's going to tell us a little bit about it. And now we can actually go ahead and give them the shinobi tools that we picked up. We have 2 of them right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, there's a lot of text. I kept the tutorials on the screen just to kind of remind me of different things to talk about as I'm doing the guide. But now he's going to talk some more. And there we go. So we can actually open up our equipment and we can equip both of them if we like. Honestly, I think I'm just going to put on the firecrackers. I'm not going to put the shurikens on for now. The firecrackers are amazing and we will be using them for the next section. But the main thing is to use your prosthetic tool, you just need to hit R2 and that will use it. Now you do need to collect these spirit emblems, and right there they give us a couple for free. And now let's actually interact with this thing over here. This is a idol or different sculpture or something like that. I don't know. It's a freaking sculpture of Buddha, I guess. But we need to pray here, and we're going to use the bell that we got from the old lady. Alrighty, so where we are right now is we're pretty much experiencing a memory. And if we turn around right away, there's going to be an item here that we can pick up. Now let's go ahead and use the idol here. And we're going to do a couple things. The first thing I'm going to do is actually acquire some skills because we have this option now. And we're going to grab the only one that we can grab, which is going to be Whirlwind Slash. And there's another great one here that we definitely want to get, because whenever an enemy will do a thrust attack against us, we can use this, and this will help us tremendously. This is an amazing move, and you definitely want to learn how to use this, because there's going to be a lot of thrust attacks, and if you can master this move, the Mikiri counter, you will absolutely destroy enemies that will be doing thrust attacks against you. Alright, so let me go ahead and back out of this now, and I'm going to now equip my first combat art, which is going to be the Whirlwind Slash. To use the move, you need to press L1 and R1 at the same time, and it's just a quick little double slash. It will definitely help us whenever we're surrounded by multiple enemies. Now I'm going to rest just because I've taken some time. I want to reset the area. Now we're going to go ahead and come down here, grapple onto the branch. You will actually die if you do not grapple. Well, you won't die, but you will actually lose some health and it will reset you. One of the nice things is that if you have full health, a lot of times you will not die to gravity. It will just take a portion of your health away from you. Now right here, there's going to be an enemy. If we wait, we can stealth kill him, but there's really no purpose to do that. A lot of these guys with the torches will swing the torch, and that will actually give you time to just spam away. Against the guys with the torch, for the most part, you can just spam attacks against them and take them out by building up their posture and death blowing them. Over here is an item. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to jump off right here. And if we walk to the other side of this rock, we can actually get a treasure carp scale. That's something that we're going to be getting throughout the game. And we can turn those in to get some items and stuff. Now up here, this enemy, I guess he's seen the dead body, so he walked up. That's fine, actually, because now we don't have to deal with 2 enemies. Instead, we just have to deal with the 1. And he's going to wave the torch, like I said before. And whenever he does that, it's just an easy way of actually getting some hits in. Teabag of Doom. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I messed that up big time. Even if you mess up the Teabag of Doom, you can still kill the wolves no problem, because they'll bounce off of your block. As you can see, very easy. Just Teabag of Doom all the wolves, or doggies, whatever they are. Right there, I did a running thrust attack by holding down R1. That will just do a little bit of extra damage. Now, if we come over this way, we can get a stealth kill on this guy. There is a dog there, so watch out for that. He might see you. But let him come at us. Deflect him. Pick up the items. Now there is going to be an item in this boat. We're going to go ahead and grab this. Now just a quick warning. There's going to be a treasure carp that we're going to need to actually kill. It's going to be a fish. So we need to be quick about this. So whenever you're swimming, you can hit circle to go faster. Just spam that, and yeah, now we need to go after this guy. He can get away from you. If they do get away, if you rest at a idol, they will respawn. So keep that in mind if you do actually like lose them, because they do disappear. They're kind of like, I guess, the lizards or bugs or whatever you want to call those things, the crystal ones from Dark Souls. They're kind of like that, where whenever they see you, they'll run away. And if you reset the area by resting at a bonfire, or in this case, an idol, they will respawn. Alright, so right here, we're just going to jump up over the wall. And there's going to be an idol over here. So let's go ahead and grab the item first. And not actually hug the wall. And now we can go ahead and mess with the idol. We don't need to rest. At least I haven't taken any damage. If you have, definitely rest. And we want to grapple up to this thing. And now walk on the wall here. Now we're going to actually do a jumping death blow against this guy. He's the most dangerous one because he has like a weapon. The archers really aren't that dangerous. They're pretty weak for the most part. Now you can always block an archer. So, you know, if you feel like you're going to get hit or you can't dodge it or run past it or whatever, just go ahead and block it. Jump back up on the wall now, and we can go ahead and jump. Do a jumping death blow against this guy. And there you go. Now, let's go ahead and hop up the wall. Come over here. That is a spirit emblem we just picked up. And now, there is an item over here that we can grab. Alright. I believe there's another item that we can also grab that I actually did miss. I can grab it later if I like, but it really doesn't matter. Let me see. Did I miss that item? I think it's over here. Yes, I did actually. There is an item over here. Now, the only thing about picking this up is that these enemies might see you over there, but that's fine. If they see you, it's really not a big deal. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over this way, kind of by the idol, and we're going to jump up here, and now let's go ahead and hop down here, walk past, pick up this item, jump over the fence here. Now, these enemies should not be able to see us at all. Let's go ahead and crouch just to be sneaky. Come in here. There's going to be an enemy in here that we can go ahead and stealth kill. Pick up his items. Grab that item. Now, for the most part, you could literally just go forward. You don't actually need to kill these guys, but we're going to kill these guys because why not? Now, there's one that is kind of dangerous. The guy with the torch isn't really that dangerous, but there's a guy with an axe that we kind of want to get. So, let's go behind him. Get him. Now, the archer might hit us, actually. But, yep, the archer did hit us. Alright, block the archer. Rush him. Take him out. And there you go. That's an easy way of dealing with at least that guy with the axe, because he can hit kind of hard. He's not that strong, though. There are other ones that will have the axe that actually have armor on. In fact, there's going to be one of them coming up here. The guys with the armor are kind of annoying because they don't really stun when you hit them. And also, they have a lot more health, and they hit really hard. You get the idea. Now, right here, just kind of like walk on this ledge here. There's going to be a guy. He's like drunk. Let's go ahead and do a jumping death blow. There's a bunch of dogs over here, which is definitely a problem because the dogs will always generally spot you no matter what you do. Take this guy out. Now, I'm just kind of like chilling here for a moment. See if the dogs are going to come over here or not. But we have our firecrackers, and this might be our first use of the firecrackers. Let's break these. Just get them out the way. Now, that's the guy with the axe right there. Oh my god, the dog decided to come over. Oh my god, of course. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Because we messed that up, it's really because of the way that the dog came over. If the dog would have came over from the other side, it would have not have been a problem. But I really want to stealth kill the guy with the axe. I really don't want to fight him. So, we're just kind of running away. This is something you can always do. Just run away. If you are trying to get some stealth kills and you get caught, just run away. And if you've already cleared the other enemies, it won't be much of a problem because you're not going to run into another group of enemies and be screwed. Alright, so now let's go back, pick up this item. This is definitely one of, in my opinion, the hardest spots. At least into... Oh my god, there's still enemies over here. Okay, well I've done messed that up again, kind of, but I don't think I've been caught. Alright. So, we're just chilling. Let's see if these guys, that's the axe guy. If he comes close to me when I'm on the wall like this, I can stealth kill him. Got him! And that won't even like alert the other enemies, which is kind of funny. AI is kind of stupid. Hello! Alright, there you go. So that's a way to deal with this. I think that sticking on this side of the buildings is a great way. For the most part, like I said, the dogs will actually come from here, or they might even come from like over here, and you can take them out behind the wall, and then that will not alert the enemies. The main purpose is to actually get that guy with the axe. And even if there's a bunch of guys still there, if you firecracker, even dogs too, if you firecracker, you will actually be able to take them out, no problem. So let's take this guy out now. Back up a little bit. This guy sees me, so he's going to now come up here. I can actually stealth kill him. There's another guy at the fire there, but he's so drunk that he has no idea what's going on. And by the way, there is some dialogue as well that you can actually hear on this moment. See, look how drunk this guy is. But yeah, there is some dialogue that you can listen to. They're going to talk about burning a flame. That's how drunk they are. I mean, come on now, really? Burning a flame. But pretty much, it's just a clue to let you know that there is this item. Oh, hello, doggy. Alright, dog's down. There is the flame barrel, which is going to be in the flame. And that's what we need for the ogre. That's going to make the ogre extremely easy. So now this guy's going to see us. He's kind of looking in this direction. There's really not much we can do about that. Take him out. There is a guy to talk to here. So if you want to talk to him, go ahead and talk to him. We can jump up this wall here. Oh no, this guy's coming out. I didn't expect him to come out, actually. Alright, well, we can still get behind him. No problem. Alright, take him out. A lot of times he might actually still be in the house. Eavesdrop on these guys. Okay. Now, once again, there's a guy with an axe, so we're going to go after him. He's the dangerous one, so take him out. And just spam away on this guy. Alright. Now, if you listen to their eavesdrop, what they're talking about is this. If you open this up, this is going to give us another shinobi tool, which is going to be an axe. The axe is actually really, really good for a lot of different reasons. Let's grab the item in the house. I believe that is all the items in this little area. Now, let's go ahead and hop up here. And by the way, I guess I should bring this up. The guy who actually walked out of the building, a lot of times he will actually kind of walk like right here, and then he'll turn around. So if you're like right here, you just come up behind him and get him. So normally, that is what you will do to take that guy out. It's really not a problem. Alright, let's go ahead and now do this. Jump up the wall, do a jumping death blow against this rooster. And now we can kind of jump over the fence here. Oh no! See, I messed that up. But if you can get a death blow, I got hit because I didn't do the death blow. But if you can get a death blow, by the time that this other rooster will turn around, you can already be smacking it, and it's not going to hit you at all. So, same thing here. Get the death blow. The other rooster is going to turn around, but we're already hitting him, and he's dead. So, that should have been how the other one went, but I'm a noob. That's why this is the Noob's Guide. Alright, so, there is another item over here that we can grab. Let's pick this up, and let's go ahead and exit. Now, there's going to be a couple guys over here, and you can eavesdrop on them. So I'm going to actually see if I can get the eavesdrop. There we go. So you can eavesdrop on them. But the way that you want to deal with this, you can do a jumping death blow if you go up top. But honestly, just rush this guy. It's a lot easier this way. I'll explain why. It's because the torch guy is going to go ahead and swing his torch. Where if you do the jumping death blow, from what I can tell, it seems like the guy will not actually swing the torch. Now, they were talking to the people in here. There's a bunch of different people in here. But if you talk to this person is actually going to give you some antidote powder. So, thank you. There is an eavesdrop over here that we can listen to. And there are a couple other people we can talk to. But the other people won't give you anything. They're actually going to accuse you of being a traitor. And yeah, screw those people. So I'm not even going to bother talking to them. Let's grab the ledge here. Now, if we actually jump over here, this is where we will find that merchant from earlier. He actually will tell us when you talk to him that he knew us from that night. And this is what he's talking about. So let's go ahead and now go over here. And there's going to be an item that we can grab. And this item is actually a pretty good one. I'm not going to use it. In fact, here's the deal. When it comes to this guide, for the most part, I'm going to try not to use a lot of different items to make things easier. And the reason why is because a lot of players might actually not have those items. Maybe they had to attempt to do like a certain part with that item and they just don't have the item anymore because they've used it. So a lot of times I'm going to try to not use items to make it easier, but I will tell you about the different items that you can use at different times to help you and make it easier if you do have those items. Alright, so what we're going to do now, let's go ahead and travel back to the temple so that we can actually turn in these prosthetic tools that we got, and then we will continue. Alrighty, let's go in and talk to this guy. Now, one thing that's going to happen here is once you have, I believe, 3 tools, he is going to go ahead and give you another thing to let you level up. And the other thing is also really good. So I think all you need is 3 tools, but we have 4 currently. And now he's going to give it to us. It's going to be a text, and now we can actually level up some other skills as well. So now, let's go ahead and head back. Now, one thing I do want to say is currently I have like 675 gold. If you have gold, it is a good idea to maybe go to a merchant. And if you go to a merchant, you can actually go ahead and just buy some of the coin purses. Now, they're going to charge you a little bit extra to buy the purse. But remember, if you die, you don't actually have to worry about losing that gold at that point if you have spent all your gold on purses and things like that. So that is a thing that I would potentially recommend before you fight the ogre, is to go ahead and maybe spend some of your gold on some purses and stuff. Now let's go ahead and go to acquire skills, and right here we have a couple skills that we can grab. Now I'm probably going to grab this one for now, but I definitely think the counter is super important. But we're going to grab this one because we might be able to utilize this throughout the ogre fight. Because one of the things the ogre is going to do is the ogre can throw us. And anytime the ogre throws us, we can actually grapple onto the ogre's head. That is something that some enemies, you can actually grapple towards them. And what I just got there was a grapple attack. So anytime I grapple, I can actually do a quick little attack. And that's actually a really, really nice attack. So now we're going to make our way back here so that we can fight the ogre. Alrighty guys, well the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and kill this stupid chicken just because I hate it. But I'm actually coming over here on purpose. Now, real quick, let me grab that. That's just a spirit emblem. But we can actually talk to this merchant again, and now he's going to have items for us to buy. So if you do want to buy some coin purses, go ahead and buy them. If you're worried about dying, definitely buy these because you do not want to lose your gold. Okay, after that, he's going to tell us about what he wants next, which he wants information, which we can get for him later and come back, and he's going to have a better stock at that point. That's actually really important because he's going to sell a lot of upgrade materials for us, which is real nice because those upgrades will allow us to upgrade our prosthetic tool. Now, we're going to do the same thing as we did before. We're going to sneak up behind these guys. We're going to go ahead and take out this guy, and then we're just going to spam this guy. Now, one thing about this ogre is that there is an item that you can use here that will help you a lot. And that item is going to be this sugar that will make us go invisible. Now, if you use this item, you want to do the exact same thing I'm going to do. I'm going to run up the hill. I'm going to kill an enemy. Then you would want to run up to the ogre. He will not see you. And you can get an easy stealth kill on him right away if you use the sugar. Now, we're not going to do that because just in case one of you guys have tried the sugar and you've used them all up and you've died multiple times to the ogre, I want to show you how to do this without using the sugar. Now, one thing we also need to do is make sure to equip the flame, and we're going to put the axe on, and make sure you have the flame ready to go. Now, when you fight the ogre, initially, we're going to try to get a stealth kill on him. He's going to have 2 bars of health. So, with stealth kill, we only have to deal with the 1 bar of health. And then we're going to hit him immediately with the flame. Actually, in fact, we're going to dodge forward, then hit him with the flame, and then just spam like crazy. If we get lucky, we might be able to stun him right away, which will allow us to get even more hits in. And then, I'll tell you what to do from there. So, what we're going to do, we're going to run up here, he's going to see us, he's going to break free, and we're going to go after this guy, try to deal with him as quickly as we can, just spam, and he should die no problem. Pick up the item, run back towards where the ogre is, and then just hop down, and run away until you lose the aggro. That's what you want to do here, just run away until his name will disappear. Okay, for whatever reason, it took a second, but there we go. Now we got it. Now he is going to start walking back up, so we can actually just rush him for the most part. Get right behind him, and now stab him. Now the second we jump off of him, dodge forward, hit him with the flame, and go ham. Just go ham. You might be able to stun him here. And if that pops up, we're going to need to dodge. Either dodge to the left or to the right. And because we've hit him so many times already, we might be able to get the stun once we dodge this. So dodge it and then attack him and hope you get the stun. If you don't get the stun, hit him with the flame again. Alright, so dodge. And now hit him. He's stunned, as you can see. Now hit him with the flame. Hit him like, so many times until you feel like he's not stunned anymore. Hit him with the flame again. And he's stunned again. It just keeps spamming away, spam away, and there you go. Really, really easy fight with the flame. That is why it's completely worth getting the flame, because if you have to fight him without the flame, you're going to have to dodge him like crazy. And he is definitely a WWE superstar. He will throw you off the map. That's the main thing. Anytime he grabs you, he's going to powerbomb you. It's going to do a lot of damage. It should not one-shot you, though. Then he's going to throw you. If he throws you off the map, you're dead. There's nothing you can do about that. But you do have the option to actually grapple onto him. Anytime he throws you, you can just spam the L2 button and you'll grapple to him. If you have that grapple attack move, once you get close to him, press your attack button, your R1, and you'll do the grapple attack. So that is something that you can do. Now we're going to come up here, and we're going to go ahead and grab these items here. Now, this is going to be a gourd seed. If you want to go back and actually use it, you can, because it could be useful for you right here. Now let's go ahead and put the firecrackers back on. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to go ahead and grapple over here, run, because there is going to be an enemy that will see us. It's going to be that gun guy there. He will always see us. Now we're just going to literally hop down here and just run. Hop down here, and there's going to be an idol down here that we can go ahead and use now. So I'm going to rest here to reset the area. And now if you actually get this idol, this part is actually so much easier, because we're going to run up behind this guy and stealth kill him. Then we're going to go ahead and grapple up here, come up behind this guy, stealth kill him. He's going to alert all the other enemies. Hop down, come up behind this guy, stealth kill him. And as you can see, we are literally getting a stealth kill on every single person. There's only one enemy that we can't, honestly, and that's going to be this guy with the gun, because he's going to see us. Spam attacks at him. Now, there is an item. I don't really use this item too much, but this is an item that you should have plenty of, and that's going to be these shards. You can actually throw these shards at enemies to get their attention. I wish there was like a whistle button or something in this. I think that would be really cool, but there isn't. So we're going to throw this at the big guy here. That's going to get his attention. He's going to start walking towards us. And now once he does that, we can go ahead and jump kill this guy. Okay, and we'll screw that up big time. Okay, well that's a bummer. Don't jump kill that guy. So this is why you don't want to jump kill. Don't do it, guys. It's a bad idea. So the better option there is to literally just hop down and backstab him. If I would have backstabbed him there, I would have not have got that guy attention, and I could have actually got it behind him. But ran away. Now we can go ahead and sneak up behind this guy. So let's run up behind him. Now the firecrackers will make this a lot easier as a fight. Same thing as before. We're going to spam until he deflects us. Alright. But he is going to go ham, as you can see. But we can also firecracker him to help us. Now he's definitely going to break our posture. Anytime he breaks our posture, he's going to go for the grab. So just dodge backwards to get away from that. And then just spam again. Anytime he deflects us, I'm just going to actually back away from him. Oh, man. That could have been bad. Alright, he does that. Oh, no, he actually got it off. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, my God, yeah, this guy really likes to spam. Alright, he's going to probably do that thing, so just get on him. He's going to break our posture. Or, he almost did. Right there, he did that was a sweep attack. But let's just go ham on him, and we got him. But yeah, the firecrackers definitely help against this guy. Just to give you a free hit. It can also stop him from attacking you. If he does do that sweep attack, remember you can always jump and then knee him in the face. Or you can just hit him with your sword. Normally you can actually knock him out of it. If he breaks your posture, that's when he's going to go for his grab. And you can literally just backstep it. I don't recommend really like sidestepping it. I mean, that might work. I'm not exactly sure. And also, you can probably just go ahead and hit him with your sword and knock him out of it. So that's another option, but very easy fight for the most part. Let's go ahead and pick this up. That's a really important item. Now we're going to go ahead and come over this way, but we're not going to fight the enemy over here. At least not yet, because we are really not prepared for this. So grapple onto this branch, and if you look down there, you can see there's a ledge. So we're going to jump forward and hold square to grab onto this ledge here. Now we're just going to work our way over to this item. Now the reason why we're actually coming over here is just because there's going to be some items and stuff that we can get over here. Later on we'll come back here and we'll actually fight the enemy that's over here. But the thing is that this enemy is OP. There are ways that you could potentially take him out early in the game like this. There is actually a really, really interesting cheese strategy against this enemy. But I'll be honest with you, I really cannot do it very well. Like, I've tried to practice this cheese strategy against this guy, and it just does not work. Now, he's down there. His name is Headless, and he will destroy you. So try not to fight him. But what we're going to do is we're going to hop down and look for a tunnel. There should be a tunnel, like, right up this way, kind of close to where he's at. I believe it's, like, right here. Okay. So we're going to just go over here, and right here, this is going to be a shinobi wall, so we can go ahead and just hug the wall there, and there you go. You will go to the other side. Now there's going to be an enemy in here, but he should be easy to take out because he's on the wall, so just hit him immediately and start spamming against him, and you'll get him no problem. There's going to be an item right here that we can pick up. And now we have an idol that we can grab. So let's grab that. I'm actually going to rest here. Now, this is the thing. There is a bell here. This is the demon bell. Do not ring this bell, okay? If you read this, it says, do not ring this bell. This will make the game harder, but whenever you're farming, you do want to actually ring the bell. Because you will actually get better items, more gold. It's actually a really nice thing for farming. So it is something we will be utilizing later when we do farm certain areas for gold, or if we're farming the area for items or whatever, or even like experience, you can still get like some items and stuff. So it is worth grabbing that. The thing about the bell is, from my understanding, it will make boss battles harder, but it does not actually make enemies harder. Could be wrong on that. That's what I've heard. I'm not 100%. But we're not going to ring it right now. There's no point. But later on, if we want to farm, we can actually go ahead and ring that and then go and farm. So we're going to come back through here. And now we're going to just grapple or fail. Okay, grapple up here. And we need to go this way. You know it's the right way because there's all the spirit emblems there. Grapple up here, grapple up there, grapple there. Now we can jump forward, grapple, and grapple. And pretty much there's going to be a door that was locked. I didn't actually show it because there's no point. But we're about to unlock it. There's going to be a little gecko guy up here. There's another one up here as well. They die in one hit though. The only thing about them is that they can poison you, so be careful about that. Try to get them as quick as you can. And we can go ahead and grab these items. Now that item right there, the Divine Grass, that actually will heal any status effect on you and fully restore your health. It is a fairly useful item, to be quite honest. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing as we did before. We're just going to go ahead and grapple and run like crazy. Just run past all the enemies. It really don't matter. And now we're going to hop on down. Oh, you know, there was an item that I did not grab. Let's grab that. And there is an enemy that will drop down there, but we don't need to worry about that. Now, let's go ahead and rest. And now we're going to make our way to a part that can definitely get you killed if you are not ready for this. So, you really want to follow what I do here to make this extremely easy. So just hop on down. We need to jump and then grapple towards this, grapple towards the other branch, hop down onto this platform, jump this way, grapple here, and now we're just going to run like crazy. Now, you haven't actually seen what that is, but it's hitting the cave there, which is buying us time. You have to make that jump, do a jump, a running jump, a sprint jump there to make that jump no problem. And yeah, it is a giant snake. Remember that snake skin earlier? Well, now we know what left it. So, get off the wall and run directly to this little thing here. You should be safe, but just run as quick as you can to get into this little area here. Now, we're going to chill here until the snake will actually look for us. The snake is kind of dumb. You would think that the snake would be able to just get you right away, you know? I mean, come on. Destroy that little wooden thing. Now we're going to run over here to pick up this item. Try to hug the wall to avoid getting hit. If you do get hit at this point though, it's not really going to do much damage to you. But if that snake hits you, honestly, oh my god, that snake will do so... Oh my god! If that snake hits you with its face, how am I messing this up? Oh my god, okay. That was a complete fail. Whenever I grappled that one thing there... Oh god! Okay, whoa. Like I was saying, whenever I grappled that one thing, I should have been able to grapple immediately to the other one, and I would have been done at that point, but I failed. So, try to not let that happen. Alright, so we're going to run over here, and we're going to pick up this item over here. And now, we're going to come back, and we're going to grapple up. Now, this is something that you definitely want to do here. This guy isn't like ridiculously OP or anything like that, but he is a little bit annoying. There's a guy over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump on the rock, lock on, jump forward, and yeah! Get ourselves a free death blow on him, which, like I said, if you actually sit there and fight him, he's a little bit annoying early in the game like this. Now let's go ahead and rest at the idol. Well, we don't have to actually rest, but... Now this area, it's a little tricky. It's really not that hard or anything like that, but what we're going to do is jump over the wall, hop down here, take this guy out just because he's annoying, and he might see us later, and we don't want that. So we're going to grapple up here, and then grapple up here, walk along the wall here. I'm going to go ahead and hop down to get this guy. Hello, friend. Alright, he is gone. Ooh, man, I should have rested. I should have rested to reset the area. That's fine, whatever. Take out the big guy. He's the main one you want to take out here. Okay, ooh, did I get the counter? I don't know if I got the counter. Whoa, no. Okay, I don't think I do. I really wanted to show the counter here. Whatever. I actually might still show it just because I think that's important. Hello. Hop up here, take this guy out. Now, there are definitely ways that you can stealth kill like all these guys, at least most of them. That guy doesn't see me, so screw it. We're going for the jumping death blow. This guy should be easy to deal with. Oh, wow, I messed that up. This is what I'm talking about spamming attacks. What is going on with these guys? They keep missing their attacks. But you gotta be careful about spamming attacks because it's just the way it is. Like, those guys is generally like 1, 2, they deflect, and then you just deflect them, and that's it. You death blow them. They're done at that point. Now, there is something up here I guess I should go ahead and show you guys. You can go ahead and interact with this to listen to the dialogue. Also, over here, there is an eavesdrop that you can get. Now, this is going to give you a tip about the boss coming up here, which pretty much the tip is use firecrackers. But we're going to take him out and grab the item over here. There is another item we can grab as well. Now, one thing that I should have been doing, and I completely forgot, is we should have been actually using our experience that we've been getting to level up. So, forgive me on that, but, you know, whenever you get experience, especially early on like this, you definitely might want to spend it so that you don't lose some of it. I mean, the thing is that if you don't have the point, then you can always lose it if you die. But yeah, we definitely want to get the counter. And what else do I want to get? Let's see, I'll grab that too. Alright, so we just got a couple things. Now, I'm going to actually quickly show this. Oh, I didn't rest. I do want to show the counter. So let's go ahead and rest. And if I would have rested here, which I should have, because I was like wasting a lot of time talking and stuff, then this should go a lot smoother. Because, I mean, look at this. You take that guy out, jump up here, jump up there. The only problem is this dude's a little bit annoying. We actually do kind of want to jump down and just take him out. You don't really have to stealth kill him. Yeah, take him out, run down here, and take out the big boy. Alright. Hop on up. Take this dude out. There is an eavesdrop there, by the way, you can get if you want to. Take this dude out. Kind of find a spot where we can kind of hide. And what we're going to do here is we're going to death blow this dude right here. Alright, boom. Now, I can show off the counter. The way the counter works, let me back up to explain this, is whenever these guys go for their thrusting attacks and you see like the little kanji sign that pops up, you want to dodge forward. And when you dodge forward, you can actually do the counter. So, get a lock on. Oh my god. Okay, lock on. Okay, there you go. That was the counter. And against like those normal enemies like that, one counter is all it takes. But there's going to be a lot of bosses and bigger enemies that will be using those attacks. And from now on, if we have the counter, we can actually do that and do a lot of posture damage to them. You can also practice that back at the temple with the one undead guy, the one I told you can train with. You can actually practice that move. That's a move you definitely want to practice. Alrighty guys, well, we have the first boss coming up here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here because in the next episode, I'll take out the first boss and I'll take out the second boss and I'll show you how to fight them and make it really easy. But I really do hope that you have enjoyed the first episode of the Noob's Guide for Sekiro, Shadows Dies Twice. I would really appreciate it if you could like this video for me. Be sure to subscribe for future videos and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day and peace out.